I did my master's in informatics and smart electronics. It was in Technical University of Košice. Currently, I'm working in an American firm. It's AT&T. It's a telecommunication firm, and I'm working here since the past 4.5 years.
Yeah, almost half a decade.
You asked me why did I choose Slovakia? Well, there were many options. When you choose Europe, you could have come to Germany or something. But at that point, when I chose Slovakia, I was basically looking into universities. So, Technical University of Košice, if you are heard of this term called artificial intelligence, AI, and everything, this was something new at that time when in 2018 and 19. There were very few universities in the world which used to offer this course. So, in Technical University of Košice, we had this. My course was Informatics and Smart Electronics.
Okay.
So there are very few universities with this kind of concepts when you see the background check of what topics you study. So this was one major reason I chose Slovakia. Here it's more of practical knowledge. Professors are very helpful. They teach you the concept, the practical concept, and they give you assignments which you will not find it in the textbooks or in the study materials, which you have so many resources. Google, just Google it. Now we have ChatGPT. Just if you find, you can pull out answers. The thing is not how you're getting the answers. Did you understand the concept of putting the answers together? You should be capable of explaining the answer to the professor or to anyone whom you're representing your paper there.
I like what you said here. It's not about the final answer. How did you arrive at this answer? What is the process flow?
You don't need to answer so many papers, so many sheets. It's just basic. The evaluation is so good. They just check if you know the concept. In India, when you write the exam, after you submit your papers, the evaluator will have a key answer sheet to compare your answers. He'll have some key points over there. Here, you just write the key points.
Any specific future plans? Some other country?
I would love to explore other countries. I'm applying for my permanent residence very soon in the next couple of months.
Yeah, you're eligible, right? How does this permanent residency work? Many people ask me. So, hello everybody, welcome all of you. My name is Shivaraman, Director of Europe Study Center. In our YouTube channel, we are posting a lot of interviews with our successful students. And in the continuation of the same genre, we are going to interview Nitin, who did his informatics in Slovakia and currently working in Slovakia. Nitin, welcome to the show.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Welcome. And please introduce yourself to our audience.
Myself, I'm Nitin Anand. I am from Bangalore. I did my bachelor's in Bangalore in information science and later pursued my master's in Technical University of Košice in Slovakia from year 2018 to 2020.
Wonderful. So currently you're working there?
Yes, currently I'm working in an American firm. It's AT&T. It's a telecommunication firm, and I'm working here since the past 4.5 years.
Yeah, almost half a decade, which is
almost.
Wonderful. We'll come to those things. So first thing is, there would have been a lot of options in front of you, and during that time you went. Slovakia was a very relatively new destination. So any specific reason to choose Slovakia?
Well, I'll be very honest with you. Slovakia was not something new for me, or it was not like everyone say that we have never heard of this country called Slovakia. But I'll be very honest. I was working in Bangalore for 1 year, and when I was working, I used to work for European countries. So the head office of that company was in Bratislava. So I just had a glimpse of Bratislava, but Slovakia was completely new. And you asked me why did I choose Slovakia? Well, there were many options. When you choose Europe, you could have come to Germany or something. But at that point, when I chose Slovakia, I was basically looking into universities. So Technical University of Košice, if you are heard of this term called artificial intelligence, AI, and everything. This was something new at that time when in 2018 and 19.
Yes,
So
yes, yes.
there were very few universities in the world which used to offer this course. So in Technical University of Košice, we had this. My course was Informatics and Smart Electronics.
Okay.
So there are very few universities with this kind of concepts when you see the background check of what topics you study. So this was one major reason I chose
I,
Slovakia and
I
Košice.
got it. So basically, it's for the subject, then comes the Slovakia, which should be the right
Yeah,
process actually, because end of the day, it's the
exactly.
subjects, as long as you study in a Schengen country. So
True.
before this Slovakia thing, you only had Europe in your mind, or you were exploring other countries also?
Um, I had only Europe in my mind. That's the reason I chose Europe Study Center
Okay. So
because I didn't want to.
how did you find us, Nitin?
Um, Actually, it was my friend who approached the Europe Study Center first. He was the first person to come to Slovakia and Košice in 2017. And later he influenced me, and then I approached Europe Study Center Bangalore, and then rest is history.
Wonderful, wonderful. And when we started promoting Slovakia approximately 10 plus years back, you know, when we understood so many opportunities and fantastic public universities are there, and when it was inside Schengen, I never hesitated even a single moment to start promoting Slovak Technical University and Technical University of Košice. And it's almost like 10 plus years right now. Yes, the journey continues. So who processed your application? You processed it from Bangalore, right? Sujita processed your
Yeah,
application.
Sujita ma'am processed my application. She's a gem, so I don't need to tell about her.
Yes, she's yes, she is a gem, and completely taking care of Bangalore branch for many years right now. Yeah, only with these people, around Europe Study Center, I am able to run these organization for these many years, promoting these public universities. As Nitin would know, promoting a UK or an Australia or a Canada is much easier compared to promoting European public universities. The process, the translations, the legalizations, the nostrifications, the apostille. It's an endless process.
Tell me about it.
But as you know, Nitin, which you will also accept, no pain, no gain. We need to do these things
Exactly.
which will benefit the student end of the day. When you visited Europe Study Center, we would have never given you other country options. For example, even inside Europe, meaning UK or Ireland, we would have never given. In our own building where we stay in Bangalore, there are plenty of people who promotes everything else, and only we stick to these countries, because we cannot promote something which is not going to be beneficial for the students, basically. So then,
True.
now coming to the point, after your bachelor's, at what moment Nitin decided, I think I should do my master's? Which moment was that?
Well, after my bachelor's, I was it's not that I couldn't find a job in India or I couldn't find a good package. I had a good package. I mean,
Yeah.
okay, for a person who starts his job and in the year 2016, for a fresher, 26,000 rupees salary is something more.
Yeah,
Where
yes,
I've
yes,
seen
of course.
where I've seen my friends who started working for just 12,000, 13,000. So my interest was more into the subjects, what you learn. So I was like, let me do my master's. I want to do MSc or master's in a particular course, which will give you additional skills. So everything is about skills.
Exactly.
What you learn, and practical skills are more important,
Absolutely.
and implementing that skill. So I will tell you the same thing like every other corporate employee tells you, that what you study and what you work is completely different. But you get the smaller skills. I would say communication, learning skills. These are something which you grab from your university, which will help you to implement those into a newer skills in your corporate jobs.
Wonderful. That's what, which you rightly pointed out. You were working, but still you wanted to explore more. Forget about the salary and all those things. You are
Yeah,
employed, working, busy, supporting your family. Everything was happening just after your studies.
yeah,
But why I asked you question, because Nitin, this question, many students or many youngsters, once they start working, they travel in that zone itself for a longer time. And when they realize they should have done something more and traveled more and explored more, they already reached 28, 30.
Exactly. I'll tell you this thing. Uh, when you compare this to Europe and India, uh, let's say population-wise, India is a highly populated country. So in a class, for example, when I was doing my bachelor's, in a class, there were 75 students
So
and
75.
75 students
My
in India.
goodness. Okay, I've heard about 50, 60. Even I had said
My class had
75.
75 students, and there were two sections. So that brings to 150 students for single one college and one branch. So if you know, there are so many colleges in India, every street or you will find like hundreds of colleges. So there are so many students doing the same thing, studying the same thing. And not everyone is born genius to get a 90% grade. There are people
Exactly.
who get 60, 70. There are people who fail. So in that kind of competition, you need to stand out. Just a bachelor's degree wouldn't fetch you much. The employer wouldn't take you when he's looking at your resume. They would see, "Oh, you have bachelor's. I have 10 more candidates with the same bachelor's. I have 5 more candidates with the same knowledge and aptitude as you. What else do you have? What extra do you have? You can put, I'm not telling you have to do master. You should have that extra skills. And at that age, when you're in your late early 20s, at that time, if you have the opportunity to go study, and if you go study or add on skills abroad or India, anywhere, you should definitely make use of it. So that, now if I want to do my masters, now I can't.
Yeah, you
I
can't.
can't because I don't have the age or the memory power to
For
study those
instance,
things.
yeah, brother, for instance, Nitin, Czech Republic, at the embassy level itself, beyond 25 years, they don't want applications. That's what they're saying right now. It's
Exactly.
official. It's official. Yeah. So, as audience, as our student Nitin was talking here, the sooner you travel, explore, and develop your skills, it kind of gives your body, meaning your mind, the fuel to progress further. That's what you're trying to tell us, right? Correct, right? Basically.
Exactly.
Super, super. So, what is the program that you studied in your masters and at which university? One more time, tell this to our audience for more
I
clarity.
did my master's in informatics and smart electronics. It was in Technical University of Košice, and it was a 2-year course, but basically it finishes very faster. By 1.5 year, you're already done by the course.
Was
And
then the project.
I graduated in 2020. It was a peak time of COVID when I graduated.
We will come to those things. Before that, anyway, I have that question. How helpful were the professors?
Professors are really very helpful. Well, see, when I tell about education here, um, I hope this interview, helps out to the new students who come
Yes.
here. The concept, what we'll have to understand is you'll have to do your own research. It is not, the study is totally different compared to Indian teaching. What we study, what we do is all textbook knowledge in India. So you Google it, you will have the answer. Here also, you Google it, you will have the answer. But here it's more of practical knowledge. Professors are very helpful. They teach you the concept, the practical concept, and they give you assignments, which you will not find it in the textbooks or in the study materials, which you have so many resources. Google, just Google it. Now you have Chat GPT. Just if you find, you can pull out answers. The thing is how, not how you're getting the answers. Did you understand the concept of putting the answers together? You should be capable of explaining the answer to the professor or to anyone whom you're representing your paper there.
I like what you said here. It's not about the final answer. How did you arrive at this answer? What is the process flow?
Yes.
Amazing. Nitin, correct me if I'm wrong. I'm sure you will accept this. Whatever big the university is, whatever subjects or the latest syllabus you have, without experienced and qualified professors, nothing is of use. Am I right or wrong?
I will agree 100% on this. Experienced professors are, they are the main chef, how they cook. For instance, I would give you an example. When I was doing my master's, I had a professor. His kid was 9 years or 9 to 11 years old.
Okay.
His kid could code in 11 different languages.
Okay.
What shocked me was I couldn't name 11 different programming languages. He
Okay.
could code in, it's just, again, they say age is just a number. It's just you put in your effort there.
Efforts, yeah. So how about the examinations at Kosese?
I'll tell you, it's very funny. You don't need to answer so many papers, so many uh, sheets. It's just they see, the evaluation is so good. They just check if you know the concept. In India, when you write the exam, after you submit your papers, the evaluator will have a key answer sheet to compare your answers.
Answers,
So
yeah.
he'll have some key points over there. Here, you just write the key points. You are.
Done.
I'll tell you a funny story about this. When I was doing my masters, we were actually 6 students from India,
Okay.
3 from Bangalore, 2 from Tamil Nadu, and 1 guy from north of India. So my 2 Tamil friends, they were really close to me.
Nice.
Both are really very smart and stuff. So there's this one guy. We got the examination in an A4 sheet. His answers did not even cross 3/4 of the sheet. One-sided.
Okay.
One-sided. It was hardly 10 to 12 lines of his answers, and he got somewhere above 90 marks out of 100.
Super, right?
Okay. And the other guy, he's also my friend. He wrote the same answers for like 5 pages, back and front, with perfect line spacing, everything awesome. He also got 90 plus. The professor, he just showed us both are same. He just gave me what I needed. You just gave it to me in an elaborated manner. But my thing is, you understood the concept.
That's what, Nitin, it really pains to see youngsters, even in this digital era, sitting and writing record notes for what joy we don't understand. Then only some people are telling me like, we are just doing this to keep the students occupied. Is this an activity to keep them occupied? Writing record notes for what joy? No point.
We didn't have, I know, that is one more thing. In India, we used to have classes, even bachelor's, I tell. We used to have classes starting from morning 8 till evening 4. So with 1 hour of lunch break, so you had at least 8 classes. That is 8 hours of classes a day. Here it is not the same. You hardly have like 4 or 5 days in a week. One day, one extra day off. So all mechanical students, I'm jealous of them because they have a Friday off, masters, and they have like hardly 3 or 4 classes a day. But it starts early, 7:30 sharp. You should be in the class, no matter what weather. Nothing. Just go to the class. You have long break, 2 hours of break in between. Go study in the library or do your chores at that time. But that's thing. It's just eight classes. Okay, each class is longer, 1.5 hour of the class, but for a semester you would have at least like 8 to 16 classes maximum.
See, in the lectures they introduce us the concepts. Then, as you rightly said, you need to sit and do the research, how to apply these concepts. As you rightly said before, it's not about the end result. How did you reach to the end result is what that matters.
That is important. Yes.
So, for example, when your relative is calling from Bangalore, okay, the mother wants to talk to you and ask your opinion. Do I send my kid at the UG level itself to these top public universities in Europe, or do I send him at the PG level? What would be your answer?
My answer would depend on the kid.
No, assuming he is very studious, he is interested, and he knows the pain of their parents earning the money. Let's keep that as the assumption. Okay, then your answer.
I would say tell to send him at the UG level itself.
UG level itself. Yeah, this is what I also keep telling. The kid is forget about the marks and other aspects. Of course, that is also needed to enter these
No,
universities.
not about the marks. It again depends on the age factor when it comes to the kid. Uh, few UG students who come, because I've seen a lot of students here, so they don't know the value of what they are getting here.
Yes.
When if they have gone through the difficult times of bachelors in India,
Then they would know.
then they will know how difficult is the how easy it is to study here.
Exactly. So the fundamental is if the student is serious enough and focused and value their parents' trust and their money,
Exactly.
they can go. And this is what I tell when students come to me. Are you interested? Are you keen? Then go into it. It's not like studying 8 hours before the examination and getting 80%. It doesn't uh, it doesn't work that way. Yeah. So then what was your final year project? How did it go?
My final year project, actually, the I had a project assigned to one of the professor. In the meanwhile, in my second semester, we had a subject based on artificial intelligence again, which was
Okay.
my keen of topic.
Yeah.
So I went to this professor. I told him, no, I don't want to do project under you. I want to do project under other professor for this one. Then okay, they agreed and we got it. My project was basically on a gaming device.
Okay.
If you know the censored gaming devices Microsoft has developed, it's called the Myo Band. When
Okay.
you use it for gaming, like just for gesture gaming and
Okay.
stuff.
Okay. Okay.
So the same band is developed by China for 1/10 of the price.
Okay.
So the cheaper band was given to us, and we had to use the EMG sensors, the electromagnetic sensors, and develop a program in such a way that could be used for rehabilitation in the physically handicapped people.
Wow. Okay. That's amazing.
So it was a good project, and I
Like
enjoyed
two
doing
extremes. Yeah, two extremes. Combining these things would have been a. So, what was the final outcome? Very positive, Nitin?
it. I would say if there was no COVID, it would be very, very positive. Because of COVID, we couldn't meet the professors on time, not get so much guidance on it. So with the limited resources or limited guidance we got online, I think we reached around. It was an individual project again, so 70 to 80% was the goal where we reached on it.
Amazing, amazing. But it would have taught you a lot of things, right?
Yeah, I taught me a lot of things how to do a research. How to pull out information from the ocean of Google is what I learned in this project.
I like the way that you put it through. The information, the ocean of information. Yes,
Yeah.
wonderful. Then, when did you start applying for your jobs?
Immediately after my graduation, I started applying for jobs. It was a tough time during that phase where most companies were still figuring out their own way how to operate
Yes,
because of
it's all lockdown,
and
right? No
all
movement, nothing.
lockdown. No. So they were in their own world of figuring. So all hiring was frozen. So luckily there was the AT&T hiring for junior positions for technical troubleshooting and stuff. So we applied. We like a group of four. We just applied. We got in.
All the
I
four,
graduated in.
all the four.
Yep, yep. All the four. We got in. It was one September. We started because of all the visa process and stuff. We started in September. 1 year, approximately 1 year, I was still in the same job position. Later, it was more like kind of a junior position again.
Entry
uh,
level,
Customer,
entry level to start with.
customer, yeah, customer supportive role kind of thing. So everyone started after 1 year. We figured out our way. Lockdown was end, life was back to normal. It all fine, let's go on. And all my friends, the rest three, they found jobs in different company. I found the job in the same company
Super,
for what I studied.
super.
And then I moved on, and it's been an amazing journey. since then.
So your current designation right now?
I work for global IT operations. I'm a client tech admin.
Client tech admin. Wonderful, wonderful. So what sort of roles and responsibilities you have for your current designation?
Uh, for my current designation, okay, this that we are a very small group for a huge company like AT&T.
Okay,
We are a group of 3 people in Slovakia, reporting to the director who is in US.
okay,
So we don't trouble them or bother them. So we have around 300 employees who are working in the tier one. They're under us.
okay.
So any escalations or any issues which are unsolved by them would be are part of the job to do. So it is basically intercompany role. So we be dealing only with the higher level of associates in the company, like the VPs and the senior managers and stuff. And mostly is on the devices and the applications which is used inside the company. We troubleshoot and design those applications, most based on Azure, Microsoft Intune, and this is one part of my job. The other part of my job is we do develop smart chatbots for
Okay.
the company using the Power applications which are already available. So I'm
Yeah.
that chat GPT guy.
Yeah, smart bots or chat bots have become so common nowadays for all the companies. So it
Yeah.
saves time and energy. Wonderful. So you're currently working in Bratislava or some other city? Kosisi or
I currently work from home. I've never seen office for the past 4 years.
okay. Home in a sense, where do you stay right now?
I stay in Košice.
Kosisi itself. Okay. So that
Yeah.
has become your second home after Bangalore.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Definitely.
Wonderful, wonderful. So you visit often to India? Take time to meet your.
Yeah, at least once or twice a year, I'm in
Okay,
India.
that's great, man. Once is okay, but twice is like awesome, super.
Yeah.
So you get time, all these things.
Uh, I try to manage the time. So I
How is the
try to
work?
be at least 2 years in. Sorry, 2 months in a year. I'm in India.
Super. How do you like? Even I know that you're working from home, but
Mhm.
how is the work-life balance in AT&T ecosystem?
For me, it's amazing. I have no kind of. I like the work culture here. It's not only just in AT&T, but in any of the company you work. It is like they strictly stick to the 8-hour work rule. You don't need to worry about your job after you finish the job.
Done.
Done. 8 hours done.
Done.
Every minute of after your 8 hour is also paid, by the way. So if you're working, good money. If you're not working, it's peaceful. And for me, it is good. I'm more happy doing. I don't mind going to the office. I would be more than happy to go to the office. I start my job somewhere in the afternoon at 1 o'clock here. I
Okay.
finish it by nine in the night. So since I'm working from home, I wake up early, do my stuff. I have first half of the day for myself. I go do my workouts and stuff, and then come back, cook for myself, eat, and then easily
Peaceful,
work.
peaceful.
Peaceful.
And one thing I can say with the way that you're telling me, you're enjoying what you're doing right now. That alone I can confidently
Definitely,
say.
definitely, I'm enjoying what
That's
I'm doing.
that's quite evident in the way that you are expressing yourself. I'm really happy.
Thank you.
Super. Then any hobbies or leisure activities you do in Slovakia?
I
And your work, of course.
Yeah, of course, apart from the work, I have a lot of friends here. I've
Super.
made a lot of friends, um, including foreigners. I have friends from all over the world now. I can say I have like Germans, I have people from Poland, from Kuwait. So we all, go out very often. Sometimes for coffee, sometimes for lunch, or even some Friday nights. We just go out, have
Very
fun,
nice.
and come back. We
Very
plan
nice.
for trips, vacations. So one more amazing thing about Europe is if you have this Schengen visa, you can travel 26 countries here. So when you have a good 1 week off, just pack your bags. Flights are cheap. Just take a flight, go
Just
somewhere,
fly.
visit a
Just
country, and come back.
Nitin, don't you think the moment you decided bachelor's is not enough when you were started to working in India, it's not enough. I need to develop more skills. That was the first spark that took you here right now. Don't you accept
Exactly.
that?
Exactly. I mean, definitely it is not a cakewalk. Will definitely say
Of course.
whatever. I mean, I'm not telling you if you have money, you can go. Though you have money, though you don't have money, making up your mind. And because I have seen students who have come here, they felt homesick, went back after a month, and I would still tell them, you don't know what you missed.
Exactly. See,
Because
Nitin, when I get those calls, sir, I'm getting homesick, please don't disturb me for these things. Okay. You have some other aspects for me to get inside, I will do it. I will not sit and convince you your homesickness, because thousands and lakhs of students are, expecting such an opportunity. When you have it and you want to just throw it off, do it. I cannot sit and convince you for that.
I wouldn't even go for thousands and so many opportunities, because if you know, I also work closely with ESC and here with all the documents and stuff.
Yes,
So
I know.
I know how it works in embassy, and I know the stats in embassy. If a student says me, I'm feeling homesick, I just don't want to go back, I would just tell them that years there were 300 rejections in the Slovak embassy, and you were so lucky to get a visa and come here, and you're going and throwing away that opportunity.
And especially, for example, when even last year, if you look at the embassies, especially the European embassies, they have how to say this, they have a great affinity towards the students from the south, and the visa
Exactly.
success rate is very, very high. I'm not blaming about the other states. All states have good students and bad students, but when it comes to the European countries, the visa success ratio down south is really high. That is why this intake, compared to average of all countries, we secured more than 98% visa success ratio. This is because of two
Amazing.
reasons. Thank you, Nitin. Because of two reasons, Nitin. Genuine students, genuine universities. Problem solved.
Exactly.
Yeah, and you would have seen my cluster students, coming from down south, all young students for masters.
True.
Not like
True.
30, 35, no chance. When they come inside office itself, I spend time with them and I explain them why I'm not going to process your documents. Wonderful.
True.
Any specific future plans? Some other country?
I would love to explore other countries. I'm applying for my permanent residence very soon in the next couple of months.
Yeah, you're
So
eligible, right? How does this
uh,
permanent residency work? Many people ask me this. I tell them, boss, I am not an expert in that. Please don't ask me about that.
so
How does this work?
your study period. So, for example, in a bachelor study, you stay for 3 years. It is counted as exactly half.
Okay.
So that is counted as 1.5 year, or let's say just counted as 1 year. So apart from that 1 year, and the rest 4 years of your tax-paying resident as a temporary resident, rest 4 years. So that makes 5 years. In these 5 years, you are eligible to stay outside Europe or outside the country, outside Slovakia for 10 months.
10 months.
So apart from that 10 months, whatever is left, you need to again gather it more, so that you should have the complete 5 years of residence, and then you can apply for a permanent residence. So once you have permanent resident, you are eligible to work in any part of EU. So you can apply for any country in Europe.
Amazing opportunity, right?
Yeah.
Yes. And from there, how long does it take for the citizenship?
Uh, Citizenship is it's again you should know the language.
Okay.
So that is a difficult
Another
part.
story. But
So
PR
another
itself,
story.
but PR itself solves
It's most of the problem there.
most of the concerns, basically.
Yeah.
Wonderful. So how happy your parents are looking at how your career is shaping up and you're proceeding, and
They are very happy about it.
thank you.
They're very,
And
very happy,
thanks.
and I'm grateful. I'm
Thank
grateful. I never thought I would. It's just that I never thought I would do this. I would be like this. It's it's a new story of my life, but I love it this way, and I'm grateful for whatever it is.
I could see that, man. You are happy, you are content, and you are taking care of your health, doing all your gym. interacting with your friends, traveling, and also progressing in your career. And I can imagine, you working in the same company for close to 4.5 years. I can understand how much you love your job. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
So
I do
once
love
you,
my job.
yes, I could. You don't have to say that. It's so visible in your the way that you express. So
Thank you.
great. And also as a director of Europe Study Center, for us also to be a small part of your journey into
Thank
all
you so
these
much.
aspects. And I constantly look into all these nice universities in the Schengen countries, whether things would work, not work. And I never hesitate to try. That is how we started Slovakia 10, 12 years back. Now it's one of our integral part. And the embassy is also very happy with it.
Embassy is really happy.
And they are looking at what these kids are doing after the studies, how many graduating, what they are doing,
Right?
full details.
They do have a good record of
Good record
us.
of course, they are the king. They will have everything. And people watching these interviews, going to Slovakia or any country from India, I mean to say, whatever you're going to do, positive, it's for you. But if you create a bad name, it's not just bad name for you, it's for the country. That is what I wish to say.
Exactly. I keep telling each and every new student I meet, we do have meetings with new students. We give them the initial rules. Me and my friend and a few other counselors here, we do a lot big meetings. We just tell them these things. So if you do a mistake, it's just you're not representing yourself. You're representing your state, your country, the place where you come from, or from Europe Study Center. So you're also representing Europe Study
Exactly.
Center. So one bad name is a bad name for so many people. And don't look into smaller happiness. I always tell the students here, when they come, uh, when first question they ask is part-time jobs. See, definitely there are so many part-time jobs. You will get part-time jobs. You can work part-time job. Okay, what you earn is definitely more in a part-time job. Also, you're earning like um 600, 800 euros a month is definitely more. It's like, when you're traveling in a tunnel, there is always light in the end of the tunnel. You just see the small light and you just get down there. That is part-time job. You just need to pass out the tunnel to see the bigger light. You
Exactly.
need to graduate, and
Exactly.
you
And I
need
can,
you need to find a bigger thing.
yes, and Nitin, to add to it, I can proudly say this particular point. We are the only company who will tell the students, who will have the courage to say, please don't do part-time job. Please study. You will have so
Exactly.
much
I tell
opportunities
them.
end of the day.
Right.
Wonderful. And any last few words before we sum
No,
up
I'm
this
good.
beautiful interview?
Very glad we had this talk.
Thank
More
you
than
so
happy
much.
to tell
Thank you
my
so much. By
experience.
the way, audience, we are shooting this on a Sunday. Nitin has taken time out, and I'm sure the audience, the interview being watched by students and parents, they will really thank you for this insightful. And one thing you made it, 2 points you made it very clear in this video, Nitin. First is have more skills. Then only you will be able to progress. Have more exposure, and of course, work hard. Don't
Practical
come here
knowledge.
and loiter. Please focus and study. This was also a prime motive of me doing all these interviews. I plan to do like few interviews, then stop. Then this has become a habit right now. Today, this is my 4th interview that I shoot back to back to back. So I felt like I should document this, not to glorify anything about Europe Study Center, what to do, what not to do. And by the way, Nitin, school children are watching these videos. 8th standard, 9th standard, 10th standard students are watching these interviews. Amazing, right?
No, this one message, which if it goes to them, to their head, is I'm very happy that, I will just put it in one line. What is the difference when you study in India or when you study here? It is like you go to a teacher. A teacher can teach you without a textbook. They can explain the whole topic without text because they have the practical knowledge about it. And when you ask a class topper in India, he can just tell you what he has studied, and he can tell it to you in a very good way. So when you study here, it's more of practical knowledge than mugging up. So putting those efforts to mug up all the textbook, the same effort, just put it in learning as a practical knowledge. It's another skill, and you are you're way ahead than 80% of the people there.
Easily, straight away ahead in the queue.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what. See, we need to study with latest syllabus and industry connected professors we need. Otherwise, just for the namesake studying, I just look at all these universities like a printer. They just print degrees. We need to start again. For
Exactly.
example, in masters, we have to start from the sketch. That's why, Nitin, the bachelor crowd has become starting to get higher. Not only for Slovakia, I mean, all countries. Yeah.
All countries.
So thank you so much. And, it was great talking to you. Wish you all the best. And
thank you so much.
Best wishes. Convey our regards to your parents too. Okay.
Thank you. We'll do that. Thank you.
Thank you. Take care.
And good luck.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.